I believe this is a better setting for introducing this Gnarbox 2.0 because this is for you working on the go without a laptop. Now on the outside, this looks like just another hard drive that has a SD card reader in it, so you can back up your SD card into the hard drive, but this could replace your laptop when you're on the go, when you're shooting outside, when you're on an overseas trip. This channel is sponsored by Adorama. Look for the product links in the description box below. So as you can imagine, this is 2.0, so there was a 1.0. This is Gnarbox original, which I have reviewed in another channel, the PGN channel. You can check out the video here. This is pretty good, but this is even better because 2.0. What does it do? I've mentioned this can actually replace your laptop when you're on the go, when you don't need to edit video, when you don't have to use Lightroom. This replaced my laptop when I was on my short trip to Malaysia last time. I only bought this and my iPad and my phone and cameras. I went to Malaysia last month with this instead of my laptop. It was a short trip to the CreatorCon hosted by Lens Library. Before I go, I wasn't sure would I film anything. Surely won't have time to edit, so laptop is overkill for simply back up my cards. Before, I have also went to London to shoot with Kai for a week, and I have no time to do video editing as well. Brought my laptop with me that time. All I did with it was back up and copy file to and from Kai. I could have just done all that with the Gnarbox. If you look at the outside, it looks like just another those rugged hard drive thing. When I keep saying this is hard drive, this is SSD. SSD inside, rubber outside. This is like rubberized long slip, and then you got a SD card slot, of course, to back up your SD card. This is all weatherproof. This is splash proof, so there are all these kind of gaskets around the opening. And then at the back, there is a replaceable battery. So you can have a spare battery with you on the go, or even not on the go, up to you. But I haven't seen another similar product have a replaceable battery. And even around there is a gasket. And obviously you can power this with USB-C, the other way around. Shit, stuck. Okay, let's go over what this can do. Now, first of all, of course, you can plug in, you can put in a SD card in the SD card slot, and then you ask you, do you want to make a copy, make a backup now or advanced? It got other advanced feature. You can set up different folder. What's more, as you can see, there are two SD card, USB-C port. Now this USB-C port next to the SD card, some of you guys can guess that yes, this is for card reader, even though if you got something like this, SSD from Atomos, you can plug it into a card reader and plug it in, and there is another USB-C port there. What does it do? This is to connect to your computer, this is to charge the Gnarbox and external hard drive. There is still a backup now feature, so you can back up this into this, because some people use SSD for recording, like using Blackmagic camera. Also, one more thing, if you fill up this, select the SD card here, back up now, you select advanced, you can select back up your SD card to the Gnarbox, to the Gnarbox, to the G drive, or to the Ninja 5. Or multi, you can back up your SD card to all three different places. So you can just put these two together and always have two copies of all your things in your SD card. This is really, really useful. Now I got a few apps that you can use with this Gnarbox. One of these is Select. For example, just a random shot, wrong white balance as well. You can look at all of them. It supports a lot of raw files. You can check out the list on their website. I can rate them, give them stars, and it will save the metadata into the raw file. When I bring this back into Lightroom, all the rating, I can even put keyword. All the rating, all the keyword will save in the metadata, and I can have that in Lightroom. What else? It has another app called SafeKeep. In this app, you can go into all the file system within the Gnarbox and your external hard drive. So you can just copy or move things between the two. You can move things from the SSD, you can free up space from the SSD to an external drive, or you have another external drive you want to bring file into the SSD. Now last but not least, there is an app called LumaFusion. You have to pay for this. This is $19.99 US, but this is a really great video editing software for iOS devices. I have a really quite big file here. This is 10 GB file, 10 GB ProRes. As you can see, it will take quite some time to load. So you can imagine if you have like dozens of files here, all of them ProRes or not even ProRes, even is normal MP4. Every one of them, the LumaFusion have to load a preview. So in fact, in the Gnarbox, you can do that rendering first. You can go into your file, just select all of them, and there is a video previews. You only need this one. Actually, you can even transcode your file into ProRes, into other properties before you bring this into Final Cut Pro or Premiere. But if you only want to edit them in the LumaFusion, you only need prepare video previews. Now when the rendering is started, you don't need the iPad or your iPhone. You can put it away. After you do your filming, you just import everything in here, start the rendering, and put this in your bag when you're going back to your hotel. Okay, after we process this, let's see now. The same 10 gigabit file. Immediately, instantly, instant play. LumaFusion is going to release an update with XML export for Final Cut Pro X, followed by Premiere and DaVinci. Then you can start a quick edit on your iPad and finish it on your computer. To bring everything to your computer, it could simply act like an external SSD. They claim 400 MB per second speed, but of course there's always a bit expectation versus reality. Not too bad though, ProRes up to 4K 60. There are similar products to this Gnarbox. There was a Western Digital MyBook SSD wireless, quite a long name. LaCie released a really new one that's called LaCie Rugged Boss SSD. And they have one before that. They do it with DJI. That's the LaCie DJI Copilot, but there was a hard drive. There's a spinning hard drive, not as SSD. Now the Gnarbox is the most expensive one, but it has almost everything you can think of. It can really replace the laptop. And I can tell you a trick. If you think this is expensive, you can actually get the most cheapest one. They have a 256 GB version, $499. And you can connect an external hard drive to it and just use it like that. You don't really absolutely have to get the most expensive one. But then you can still make use of all the extra feature on this Gnarbox compared to the other two. But which one will I choose? I'm not sure yet, because I really want to try out the LaCie Rugged Boss SSD first before I decide. But before that, this still feels really great. This is powerful. I can't wait for my next trip to use this instead of my laptop. Gnarbox 2.0, check it out. And also in the description box, you can check out the link to Gnarbox and check out all the gear I used to make this video. For example, I actually have a S1 here, and all the links are Adorama links, because Adorama is my sponsor of this video and my channel. Check out all the Adorama links and help them out, because they help me out. That's how it works.